Well, if you're like us and you finally got tired of having to deal with ice and coolers and wet and soggy food, and you've decided to go to a 12-volt fridge, there's a lot of options out there. And we've reviewed a lot of them here, and most of them have been pretty darn good. But today I want to introduce you to one that you may not have seen or heard from before, unless you watch every video on this channel, where I actually looked at this at Overland of America in Flagstaff this year. This is the Travoca Rigel 45. And just to give it all away, this is my new favorite fridge. I have good fridges. The IceCo fridges are fantastic. The Set Power fridges are fantastic. But I really, really like this one. It's got such a clean design, steel construction. It's got bamboo inserts on both sides, just to kind of give it a nice aesthetic. It's got a nice app. It has super thick vacuum insulation walls, so it holds the temperature extremely well. And we'll get to our test results in a little bit. But there are a number of very, very cool things that I like about it. I mean, the handles are nice. Everything just looks really good. They say it has an upgraded compressor that's more efficient. I don't know which compressor it uses, but I will say efficiency on this thing is great. A couple of cool things that I really like for this type of situation. Quite often we're having to decide what direction to put the fridge in because of which side the door opens. Do we want it to open on this side? Do we want it to open on that side? You know, if we want it on one particular side and the power port is over here, you know, do I have enough power cord? Do I have to just turn it around the other way? Well, it has power ports on both sides. It's currently plugged in the back to the electronics back here with the watt cycle battery, and I can plug it in on either side, which is great. Oh, but wait, there's more. I can open it from either side. No having to like pop it off and deal with turning the lid around. It just works. I can just open it from either side. So dual power ports and easy open from both sides. Super, super convenient. It is a dual zone. So even though it's 45 liters, you can split that up by inserting the little divider in here and having it be a dual zone fridge, freezer, freezer, fridge, freeze, fridge, fridge, whatever, however combination you want. And when you do that, then the display will show both sides, and there's nice little icons on here to tell you which side is which. Okay, that's great. Now, let's talk about efficiency. Now, according to their website, it will run for 18 hours on a 1500 watt hour power station. Now, I don't know where they get that figure, but that was way, way off from my testing. In fact, running this with the fridge and freezer setup with about 50% capacity food in about a 70-degree temperature room, you know, nice climate controlled, your mileage will vary for sure. If this is in the back of your bed and it's 100 degrees, yeah, you're not going to get as long. But just we do this so that we can compare it to all the other fridges that are out there. And on the fridge freezer setup, I got 58 hours of runtime on a 768 watt hour power station. That's the Blue Eddy AC70. So that's half the power setting or half the power capacity that they stated. And instead of 18 hours, I got 58 hours. Now, what's really impressive is running it on just fridge without the divider, having single zone on here. The best refrigerators that we've tested clock in around 72 to 75 hours of runtime. This guy got 89 hours. 89 hours of runtime on a 768 watt hour battery. So this thing is crazy efficient. This is the 45. It's available in a 25, 35, 45, and a 60. And on the 45 here, the dimensions are 29.8 inches by 19.3 by 16.3, and it does clock in at 58 pounds. So it is not a lightweight for sure, but that is because of the steel construction instead of plastic like you see on the lower budget refrigerators. This is not a budget fridge. This is a high quality premium refrigerator in every sense of the word. The capacity is fantastic. The efficiency is fantastic. It does work extremely well. It is also IPX5 rated. So IPX5, I'll just read that off, means the device is protected from low pressure water jets sprayed from any direction. This means it can withstand water splashes such as those from a pool, shower, or moderate to heavy rain, but not full immersion in water. So if you have a bed rack instead of an enclosed canopy and it's raining and this thing is getting wet, no problem. It can handle that, no issue at all. Now, I did say that all this comes at more of a premium price. This unit is $799.99, so $800 for this guy, which I think for what you're getting is actually an exceptional value. Now, I'll show you the inside here and how much stuff you can put into it. They say 32 cans of soda and 6 pints of ice cream. Okay, that's pretty fair. You can fit a lot of stuff in a 45 liter. Now, all that being said, I will point out an issue that I've actually had with this unit. And I mean, nothing's perfect, right? And this is the first release of their product. I will bring up the app here. And so there's the Travoca. Connect to it. Okay, well, right now it's in single zone. If I put this in dual zone, it said small side and large side. And so because the smaller section is the freezer, I put that on 0 degrees, and the larger side, being the refrigerator, I had set on 35 degrees, filled it full of sodas, put some freezable stuff on the other side, and a handful of hours later, I'm sitting on the couch and I hear this loud boom, and I open it up, and one of the sodas in here had actually exploded because in the app it was reversed, and it showed the small side actually was the large side, and on the app the large side was the small side. I could easily have double checked that by looking at the icons over here, and I would have noticed that it was set a little different. So kind of my bad on that. I could have double checked, and they are aware of that, and hopefully even by the time you see this video, hopefully that'll be fixed. But not that big of a deal. One spot where I think they have a missed opportunity is these bamboo inserts. I think if maybe 2 of these could have just popped out and created a little shelf, that would have been awesome at, the picnic table or something to just fix a sandwich on. Now, I brought that up to them back near the beginning of the year at Overland Expo, and they haven't released any details yet, but they say they are working on some accessories like that. So it may not come standard with it, but again, here in the very near future, I expect that they're going to announce some accessories like that. So hopefully we're going to see some add-ons to this guy that will make it even more functional. But for now, I think for a fridge, if you want something that is built strong, has some cool features like the dual DC ports, the app, the dual zone, this particular, one of the sizes that they have available, I don't think you can go wrong with the Travoca Rigel series. I think it's a great fridge, well worth the price, and you're going to see this with me quite a bit this year because it just works. And that's what I need. I need things that I can rely on, that I know are going to work, that are going to perform well, that are also going to be energy efficient because I'm running on batteries, and I got to make sure that I'm not chewing up my batteries all the time with big honking fridges that aren't very efficient. Where this guy, very, very efficient, no issues. If You know, you've come and visit me over at Overland of America. You will see this in the back of the Gladiator, because I'll be using it on that trip. Again, a lot of it for the efficiency, because I'm going to be parked for 3 days without running the engine. So the only thing I have to rely on is solar power to keep everything charged. So I want appliances back here that are as energy efficient as possible. And this guy absolutely does the job. So check him out, links below, everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the Travoca Rigel series. You're not going to be disappointed. We will catch you next time. Stay safe out there. We'll see you on the trails.